Hey, hey, お願いします。Hey, side. はい、shoulder. Circles way, circles the other way. Please, arms. And the other side. Shomen. Hey, shomen. Please. Hey, Salaki. Hey, and I. And so remember, with Thai Sabaki, with this very basic warm-up exercise that we do, it functions from a number of areas. Okay, so probably the ones that we pay the most attention to in generally is just the part of using our Thai Sabaki, our hips and our core and our spine, to start to warm up and just create a movement, which is an important element, which is, let's say, the middle element of the exercise, right? So core, spine, hips, and properly study, the way your body should move with integrity, with integrity in general technique. But there's a couple of other things that are important to always try to practice with these basic exercises. Number one is the groundedness of being properly connected to the floor. We'll talk about that one in another time. And the third one is possibly the one that we are more exploring this month, which is finding the edges of this circle. So we're kind of exploring the circular edge of our balance. Okay, and then eventually we kind of go into the vertical kind of edge of our balance. Just to remember that it's a combination of trying to find the edge of these circles while at the same time staying grounded and staying together with our body. We'll go almost to the edge as much as possible of the two circles, the horizontal, then the vertical. So please pay special attention this morning to try to go as big as possible in this circle, really explore the edge of that circle as much as possible, because that's the study of this month's Kuzushi, right, on your vertical and your horizontal limits of your body. Okay, so let's try to do it again, please. Sabaki. Pay special attention to the edge of your movement. One direction, horizontal. Eyes about to the other side. Really big movement. Finding the edge of that movement. Vertical. Tenchi. Vertical. Tenchi. Vertical. 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 So vertical. And sideways. Breathing in. Breathing out. In. Go. And you. Go. And relax your arms. Bravo. So, forward, down, knees, back, circles one way, circles the other way. So, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Open your toes. Breathing in, out, keep, go, and keep, go. Eight, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in the Atewasa class on Wednesdays, which I also put, remember the Atewasa class on Wednesdays at 5:30, it's also open for the general class. So, as in Zoom. So if you can see, we've been practicing, all the basic Atewasa, basic strikes that Moreno Sensei wants us to study. From the lower body perspective, there were 5 basic motions that we need to be familiar with. Let's just practice just to warm up a little bit. The first 1, 2, 3, the first 3. Okay, so basically just just very gently, but front kick with a step, front kick with a step, front kick with a step. Just more than anything, don't kick, don't snap. Just basically use your hips just to warm up your hip joint and your knee. Just keep your balance at the front kick with a step. 1, 2, 3, 4. Front kick with a step. 1, 2, 3, 4. Front kick with a step. 1, 2, 3, 4. Front kick with a step. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this time, front kick with a slide. You slide your back foot forward and kick. Slide your back foot. Stand. Slide your back foot. Stand. Slide your back foot. Stand. And kick on the other side. Sliding and sliding. So. Sliding. So. Sliding. So. Nice and gentle, just to warm up. Slide your leg. Kick. Slide your leg, kick, slide your leg, kick, slide your leg, kick. Go to the side. Sliding, kicking, sliding, kicking, sliding, kicking, sliding, kicking. One more to warm up, just knee, kiza ate, facing with your knee, and knee to right, everything, raising the side, raising the knee one high. As soon as possible, raise, 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 raise. And again, raise, raising, raising, raising. Again, raising, 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 raising. Now let's see if we can put those three together. There's three basic warm-up movements. So stepping with a kick, stepping with a slide, and raising the knee with the side. Kick step. Slide, raising with the knee, the other side. Kick step, slide, raising with the knee, the other side. Step, slide, raising with the knee, down. Step, slide, raising with the knee, down. Step, slide, raising with the knee. And so just to warm up a little bit the legs, not so much the kicking action, just to warm up your hips and your knees. So one side to side. And a bit lower one side. A bit lower the other side. Goes up, side. Goes up to the other side. Hands in front, one side. Hands in front, the other side. Now this time, see if as much as possible, you remember how we do our basic squat, our front squat with our heads in front. We try to keep our spine as straight as possible. So especially if you have a jaw or something on your shoulders, we don't want the jaw to kind of fall down from your arms. So in order to do that, you're going to try to lower as straight as possible. And if you cannot lower too much, then it's more important to keep good posture than to find a lot of depth. If you can find some depth, as long as your posture and your head remains up, then that's okay. But the important thing is to not lose your posture. So if that's a little bit, then that's a little bit. That's all that it is. It doesn't matter. But be more strict with your posture and with your depth. So we're going to do that with our Cossack squat. So hands in front, then down to one side of your Cossack squat, up, down to the side of the Cossack squat, up. Trying to again, pay attention to keep your back as straight as possible. One side, and then the other side. One side, and then the other side. Now you can find a little bit of depth without losing your posture, then by all means, go as deep as you can on one side, come up, as deep as you can the other side, come up, as deep as you can on one side, come up, and on the other side, come up. Okay, but the important thing while holding the arms there is to have a good posture rather than have a lot of depth. So at the moment we are doing these two sides of the triangle. So we're going on one side, coming up, the other side, coming up, one side, coming up, the other side, coming up. All right, so now let's see if we can find the third side of the triangle. So I'm going to go down on one side. I want to try to stay low and raise up to the other side. Go down on one side, try to stay low, and then go up the other side. So by doing that, try to stay low, so you create three sides of the triangle. Down, side, up. Okay? So let's the hands up, front. Okay? Remember, it doesn't really matter how deep you go, as long as you manage to keep good posture of your body. You don't have to go very deep. If you are just here, you just go, okay, you're going to go down here, 2, and up. That's okay, that's a little triangle. 1, 2, 3, that's fine. So if it's very little, it doesn't matter. Just don't lose your posture. Okay, hands in front, lowering one side as much as you can, traveling to the other side, raising up. Down one side, traveling to the other side, raising up. One down side, traveling to the other side, raise up. Down one side, travel to the other side, raise up. Okay? But the important thing with that way of doing the Cossack is the same as your front squat. Go only as deep as you can without losing posture. You can go deeper without losing posture, and that's fine. You can only go a little, that's fine. It's to be much more disciplined on the posture. Okay? With your legs, go down, come forward, deep, right stretch, forward again, hips up, hips down, hips up, hips down, hips up, hips down, and back. One side and the other side. One side, the other side, side, the other side. Side to side. So, breathing in, breathing out. In, go. And in, go. Side. Hey, back stretch. And next up is down, carry your back, sitting up, breathing in, breathing out. Oh, back again. It's up, it's down, curving, sitting up, breathing in, breathing out. Hey, one more time, back stretch. Legs up, knees down, curving, sitting up, breathing in, breathing out. Open your toes, touch the floor, touch your toes, floor, toes, floor, floor, toes, floor. Good. Now keeping your leg straight, one leg crossed to the other side, leg bent cross to the other side, and now go to both sides to the fronts. On this side, to the stretch, and to the back, to the stretch. So change the leg, up, cross from your leg, Do the front of the body, open to your chest, and do the back of your body.
Ah, whoa.
And do the leg again, cross, front of your body, and the back. Hands to the other side. Again, front of the body. And back. So lie down, please. Lie on your back. Lying on your back. Back on back. And stretch your legs. Bring one knee to your chest. So the other side, into your chest. The other side again, into your chest. The other side, into your chest. Both knees to your chest. Grab your toes, raise your legs. And knee to your chest. Grab your toe, raise your legs. Knee to your chest. And step forward. So now you're standing bend one leg, cross your other leg on top. So sometimes that's enough of a stretch, just have one leg cross the other on top. But if you can, go through the middle, grab your knee and pull. So the other side, change, grab, cross, through the middle and pull. Change, down, cross, through the middle, pull. Down, change, cross, through the middle, pull. And relax the knees together and go side to side. So. Ready, turn around, facing down, wrong position, open your legs, raise your leg, open your arms, raise your leg, and turn to one side. Open arms, raise leg, turn the other side. Raise leg, one side. Oh, raise leg, the other side. So all your forearms and up, half cobra, and down, down to lower back. All your forearms, half cobra, up, down, down to lower back. On your forearms, half cobra. On your hands, full cobra, and hand strap. Hey, sorry for the long recovery, the long warm up, the long recovery session, but there's been a lot of cramps and things like that happening around the dojo for the last week. I don't know if it's the weather changing to spring, not quite warm, but not quite cold, and a few people, are starting to get a little bit of cramps and things like that in the legs. So it's important to always have a little bit, especially if you train runners regularly. It's important to have some days when you do some active recovery on your own body and just check at the end of the week how things are going. Okay. All right. So again, continue with our exploration of the yoko and the tate, the horizontal and the vertical angles. So just to recap, one side, coming from, turning, big circle, kind of finding the horizontal edge of this movement, horizontal edge of this movement. And then the vertical edge of this movement. Then the vertical edge of this movement. Okay, so let's start with the horizontal, big circle. Use your thighs vacuum, make a really big circle. Horizontal, big circle. Thighs vacuum, big circle. Vertical, big circle, eyes like this. Vertical, big circle, eyes like this. Remember, one thing that happens when we practice with partner, especially when we do our turns, we talked about that yesterday during the class, is that in a curve, if I'm not careful with a curve, that's the time when my partner can take me out of alignment, all right? So when I'm here and I try to turn, what happens is sometimes if I'm not careful, I leave the hand here and I turn the body, kind of stays behind, and I have to drag my partner. So when you are like with driving, the same thing that if you were driving in a road, when you approximate a curve, that's when your senses, physical and mental, have to be more kind of switch on, like both hands on the wheel type of thing. Because in the moment of the curve is when, if you are not careful, the very energy that is being created shoots you out of the curve. So there's a curve coming, hands on the wheel. You can make sure. Curve coming, hands on the wheel. There's a curve coming, hands on the wheel. Okay, so just be very present, please, with having your hand, head, and center aligned at all times. Aligned at all times. This happens when the partner grabs you, then the job will be to take you out of that alignment. Okay, the job is to keep that alignment. Okay, hand in front, circle, hand, head, hip. Circle, hand, head, hip. Circle, hand, head, hip. Circle, hand, head, hip. Now vertical circle. Same thing, but on the vertical plane. Same thing on the vertical plane. Same vertical plane. Vertical plane. Okay. Now, the basic technique that we've been doing with this to start the warm-up is Ikkyo. So please change the position of your tanto from, reverse to standard. Okay, so same thing, horizontal, big circle, and then control inside the triangle. Ikkyo, horizontal, big circle, then control inside. Vertical, big circle, and control inside. Vertical, big circle, touch the ground with the hand, and control inside. Horizontal, controlling inside. Horizontal, controlling inside. Vertical, controlling inside. Vertical, controlling inside. Okay, horizontal, inside, horizontal, inside, vertical. So inside, vertical, inside. Okay. Now let's try to practice iriminage with the same two ideas. So five to the front, horizontal, horizontal. Second hand, the hand that doesn't have the tanto, is going to control the spine. The other hand is going to raise, going to pivot and cut. Circle, big circle, extending the persons with the circle. All the back controls the back, hand up, pivot, and down. Okay, so horizontal, big circle, controls the back, raise the person up, and cuts down with no steps. Okay, big circle, round, controls the back, forearm on the spine. Remember, always forearm on the spine. Raise it over there, and down. We just do the horizontal before we do the vertical. Okay, circle, pass, control the spine, up, down. Circle, big circle, control the spine, up, and circle, big circle, control the spine, up, down, circle, spine, up, down, circle, spine, up, down, big circle, spine, up. Remember, in this exercise, during the week that we did, the success of having the back of the person was pretty much dependent on how much your horizontal Kuzushi occurs. So you're making a circle and then you stop here, the person can turn around, therefore their back is the person will be facing you, and then the back obviously will be on that side. So it kind of feels far to reach. Okay? If you circle your Kuzushi, truly open them, then the person will turn around with it, be looking that way, and the back will be just available just here, without having to do anything else. Okay? But it depends on how much you manage to take this person to the edge of that circle. You cannot go shy with the circle, then the person will have turned, they are facing you, and their back is far away. You manage to turn and control the eyes out of your body on the stage of this circle, the eyes out of your body, edge of this circle, boom. Then the person now is facing that way, the back is available here for iriminage, or halakajime, or any of the other techniques that we do. Okay, so again, please be generous with the circle and do that by also extending, your taizabaki and the kuzushi, the circle that we are trying to do. Okay, turn, big circle, spine up, turn, big circle, spine up, turn, big circle, spine up, turn, big circle, spine up. And now vertical Kuzushi, vertical, down, up, and then on this one it was down, very strong cuts down to the floor. Okay, this was a very strong down floor to the floor. So by virtue of our practice, my partner is attached to my hand. Therefore, they are down on the floor. Control their spine, raise them up again, and up down. So vertical Kuzushi, down, up, and all the way down. Boom, my hand is touching the ground. No, we talked about this yesterday as well. There's a set of concepts already. We punch the mat. Okay, we punch the mat. Second hand controls the spine, raises up the person. Okay. Down, up, and down all the way. Put your feet on the ground. Okay? Because that means your partner truly traveled all the way down to that position. Hopefully by now, your partner's spine is here. You control your partner's spine, raises it up, and okay? Down, up, punch the mat. Down, touching. Second hand grabs, raises up, and okay, turn, up, down, punch the mat. Roll the spine, raises up, and down, up, all the way down. Punch the mat. Control the spine, raises up, down, up, punch the mat. Control the spine, raise up, as well, down, up, punch the mat. Control the spine, up, okay. So that's our vertical. Now, obviously, the techniques, some techniques are a bit more pure in the sense of only having mostly a horizontal or a vertical plane. Some techniques are a bit more pure in that form, but most techniques are a composite of the two dimensions, right? So, for example, in Shikonage Ura, okay, in Shikonage Ura, we go back again to your reverse grip, okay, Katate Dori, Yakami, Shikonage Ura. Lower your hip, horizontal Kuzushi. That's why you have to extend the person. Continue extending, okay? So, your horizontal Kuzushi, lower your hip, expand, extend. And then up, down, touching the mat, punching the mat with both hands. Okay, horizontal Kuzushi first by hyperextending, or extending a lot the arm of the partner, not only with your arms, but eventually, remember, with the pivot and step. motion. Okay, so horizontal, exploring the absolute edge of the horizontal Kuzushi, and then the vertical dimension, which is going to cut them down to the ground. So turn, big, as big as possible. Take a step, and then touch the ground. Horizontal and then vertical. So here, turn, extend. Take a step, extend in the middle more. Take another step and punch the nuts. Okay. So, Yoko, Kuzushi, extend. Take a step, take another step, and punch the nuts. Okay. So, Yoko, Kuzushi. So, turn, extend. Extending, and another one, and punch the nuts. So, you create this horizontal disequilibrium by extending the person, extending the person's arm, forcing them to move back, okay? Control them, and then going down to the hands, okay? So, again, at first, so turn, extend, step, down, punch them. Very important in that exercise to touch the mat with both hands, okay? Turn, extend, begin, and punch the mat. Punch the mat. Both hands. Down. Both mats. Both hands. So, turn, extend, and down. So, to the sides. So, turn, extend, down. Couple more. Maximize the extension. Extend. Down and out. One more. So, extend. And out. Now remember, those kind of shapes are the shapes that we practice here in the solo practice that hopefully become habits of extension, habits of completion, habits of motion. Now, those habits have to be challenged by the uke. They have to be challenged by the uke in pair practice. Okay, but that's why it's very difficult sometimes to do, or it takes longer sometimes to develop those habits in pair practice, because in pair practice the uke is constantly challenging things. It's a much more hopefully sustainable and properly structured practice where you develop these habits in solo practice by making them as big as possible, and then you challenge those practice in pair practice, those habits in pair practice, right? So that's hopefully the idea of this event. So now to finish up, we're going to do kotegaeshi. So kotegaeshi. Similar thing, standing horizontal and then ending up on the vertical. So for kotegaeshi practice, please tanto on the back hand, reverse grip, front hand is free. You're going to cut and enter. Yeah, so you have katatedori, cut and enter. Let's just practice lower at the moment. Katatedori, cut and enter. Control. This vertical control is a vertical Kuzushi. Control. Okay. Control. Cut. Control in the vertical manner. Okay. That's when the person here hopefully gets cut down. Okay. So here, enter. Cut down. Extend and vertical again. So you go vertical, a little bit horizontal, then vertical again. Okay. So front hand, cut. Vertical, horizontal, vertical. Yeah, cut, vertical, horizontal, vertical. Yeah, cut, vertical, horizontal, vertical. Cut, vertical, horizontal, vertical. Okay, it's very important. The first break the balance of a vertical in kotegaeshi. Sometimes we do kotegaeshi by cutting, grabbing, and turning. And when we do that, we are just but that's okay. Okay, we cut the person, and then the person turns around, and the person faces again. But in all of that process, the person is still fully functional. The person hasn't really lost any balance. Maybe they get extended a little bit, but it's a person that is mostly still operational, as opposed to cutting, sweeping the hand, and then cutting vertically. Vertically. That person now is doing something. Now comes the horizontal motion. You have to change that. And by the time they're recovering from those two things, then the Kotegaeshi comes back in again. Okay? That's why it's important. Vertical, horizontal, and then vertical again. Okay? So it's important to go the three planes, those three actions. Okay? So a couple more times, please. So cutting, vertical, horizontal, vertical, side, cutting, vertical, horizontal, vertical. So cutting, vertical, horizontal, side, so. Use your breathing to finish up. Here, go. Oh. That. Oh. 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 That's one. Oh. Three. Exactly. So whenever you practice inside obviously it's like everything else. The more things we have to be aware of, the more complicated it is. But if you're studying Kuzushi with your partner, start by just picking one plane. Some techniques will be, as I say, more pure in terms of which plane is the one being explored. Some techniques will be a bit more complex in the term that maybe they have, two or even diagonals explored. Like everything else, if it's a simple technique, then enjoy that and make sure that you make the biggest possible shape in the plane that is being studied. If it's a complex technique with Kuzushi in several directions, pick one. Just pick one. Pick one plane. The vertical plane. That's it. The technique won't be right. The technique won't be okay. It still will have problems because you're focusing only on one plane of Kuzushi, as opposed to maybe the two or the three that he has. But it's better to focus on one plane right than to not focus on any of the three at all. So if it's a complex technique, pick one plane, study that plane, and just enjoy the proper study of that plane. Is the technique going to feel good? Probably not, because it has more than one plane of breaking balance. The two planes or the other plane will be a little bit off. But at least there is a conscious study of one plane of breaking balance in partner vertically, horizontally, and obviously the other one is diagonal, which is nothing else than the combination between the vertical and horizontal. So that's why we're not putting too much attention on that one. But vertical plane, horizontal plane, diagonal plane. Pick one and study that one and build on that. Okay. Great. Hey. Arigato gozaimashita.
Thank you, Rodrigo.